TopMedTalk.
Well, hello and welcome back to TopMedTalk here at Anesthesiology 2023, the annual meeting of the American Society of Anesthesiologists. I'm Desiree Chappell, your host today, but I'm joined by my co-host, this very prestigious panel sitting here next to me, Monty, Mythen, Ludbrook, and Mike Grocott. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me so much. Monty, this is 5 years ago this weekend that we were here in San Francisco for really one of our first big shows that we did, wasn't it?
Well, we've been to the ASA before, but
Yeah.
it was our first show where we had our own dedicated space and a stage and a place to have great conversations
Yes.
in and from.
Yes.
And we've moved on from that, partnered with the American Society of Anesthesiology and other great organizations to have our own space and our own audience. And
Yeah.
it's such a pleasure.
It really is a pleasure. We've had
And I'm
so
having
much
a little
fun.
bit of a sad day.
You are having a sad day, Monty. I was just going to say, we always have so much fun here at the ASA Anesthesiology meeting. This year, we have some big announcements on TopMedTalk. First of all, our website just got updated. So
Yeah.
that's a big one. So when you go to TopMedTalk.com, it'll kind of look similar, but hopefully the functionality will be a whole lot better and a lot more interactive for you. You can always search all of our podcasts on there. So, of course, I have to give a plug for that. But Monty, you have some big news, and I think we've teased this a little bit out throughout the summer.
Well,
but
I think it's known to remind folks, I started
Yeah.
TopMedTalk with colleagues, and it wasn't long after that you, Desiree,
Mhm.
joined me. So I was the founding editor-in-chief. And the reason we used that language is we wanted to keep the way that we manage content in
Yes.
TopMedTalk the same way as we manage it within peer-reviewed
Yeah.
journals. So
Yeah.
we should be able and allowed to talk about anything, but it's not commercial, it's not promotional, with the exception of the fact if we occasionally say we're now having a product-specific
Mhm.
discussion. Otherwise, the rules with regards to how we interpret evidence and we exchange ideas should be the same as we've experienced in being editors in peer-reviewed journals.
Mhm.
So we use that language. I was the founding editor-in-chief. You joined me as the co-editor-in-chief. But as of August the 1st this year, I was very proud to, having retired from my clinical position back in London, that
Yep.
stayed as an emeritus professor at UCL, to become a senior vice president with Edwards Lifesciences. Now that's complicated because they're one of our founding sponsors. They give unrestricted grants to TopMedTalk since the very beginning, along with other industry sponsors, but they were our founding sponsor.
Yep.
And I think the general principle, which is very sound, is if you're going to work for somebody who makes wonderful equipment for use in the clinical space, you can't be an editor-in-chief
Probably
because
not.
you have conflicts of interests
Yeah.
that are now much harder to manage. So
Yeah.
I submitted my resignation. It was accepted more quickly than I'd anticipated. I've never seen something snatched out of my hand so quickly. So Desiree, sad moment for me,
It
but I'm
is.
delighted to be in my new position.
It is, and you're not going anywhere. You're still gonna be with us as
we have
this
we
weekend.
have industry partners
Yeah.
working with us in TopMedTalk. The majority of our sponsorship that allows it to be free open access medical education are our wonderful sponsors.
Yes, for
which
sure.
we'll come back to in a second. But for now, at least, I'm sad that I stepped down as I took up my new position as the co-editor-in-chief,
Yeah.
which means you've probably found a new co-editor-in-chief.
We have found a new editor-in-chief. It was something we had to look far and wide for. No, we did not.
After an extensive executive search.
That's
Global
right.
executive search.
Guy,
No,
if
it
you
was-
sit there much longer, you'll be on the editorial board.
I was just going to say, Guy, hold on. So it wasn't a difficult decision, I don't think, for any of us. But my new co-editor-in-chief is the wonderful Mike Grocott.
Oh, honoured.
Congratulations,
I
Mike.
suspect I'm keeping a seat warm. Not that I'm expecting you to leave Edwards anytime soon, but I suspect that I'm
Mike,
keeping a seat warm on anything else.
Come on.
So
We have.
my Oscar acceptance speech now?
Yes, please, Mike.
my
It's
friends-
all yours.
No, I'm really honoured and delighted. I've loved being part of TopMedTalk over the last few years, and I hope I do justice to the role.
Oh, you absolutely will. And we have loved, working together and collaborating. You sometimes from afar, you've done a lot of work at meetings that you've gone to across the world that we may not have been able to go to. So, and done fabulous work there. And I think that this is just a natural progression for us at TopMedTalk. So I think it's going to be fun.
It's also the moment we should offer a bit of a thank you to
Oh, do we have to say
our
that?
founding editor-in-chief
Thank you.
for an amazing conception.
I've retired from lots of things in the last year and I haven't had a single gold watch from anyone.
We haven't got a gold watch.
Okay.
No.
I went away for we
We're
had
non-profit, Monty. Come on.
I didn't mean I'd get one from TopMedTalk, but
Oh.
there's been nothing. I think did I get a bunch of flowers from someone? I can't remember. Anyway.
It was 2013.
Those flowers are yours.
You set this up originally. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
when
how
we
did it
went,
go?
we went away to Everest. Because I came back from somewhere and you'd suddenly created this podcast.
Well, there was an EdPom meeting, an ASA meeting in Washington,
Yes.
D.C.,
Right.
and I couldn't go, and therefore this had been, but we've been talking a long time about doing more carbon-friendly conferencing and the fact that we had great conversations within groups of hundreds or up to thousands of people, but there are millions of people out there. So how do we make sure that all of those great conversations got out there? So because I couldn't go to the meeting, I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll just do this podcast thing. So we arranged to send a group over, and you were at the other end of it. You're at the Washington D.C. end of it. And that was our first podcast. They're still there up online.
Yeah. You
Clinky
can check it
clinky
out.
music at the beginning of it. A little bit of crackling in the background. That's good.
It's great.
Yeah, it's like from our garage kind of feel, but it was good. We've evolved a lot over the years.
And we should read it. The stats are amazing.
Yes. So Monty, we just hit.
Well, we've gone well over 2 million
we're over
downloads
now.
now. We originally thought we might get to 10,000 because most podcasts for the amateur enthusiasts fall over fairly quickly. You get 10 or 15 episodes, but we're more than 2,000 episodes now.
Yeah.
More than 2 million downloads. We're listened to in over 100 countries. Now, some of those countries, there appears to be one person. I don't think it's
But whoever
relative.
you are, wherever
We're
you are in the
grateful.
world, we are so grateful for you for listening.
And we did have both because we had every state in the USA. It was a boring reference at one stage. And we were missing South Dakota at one stage.
I think so. I think we got it. We picked it up.
No, I think we lost it. So whoever it was in South Dakota, whatever we did to...
Come
maybe
back.
they moved states.
Maybe they moved. Maybe they moved. Yes.
And look, can I add, as a consumer and a guest here today, what you've done is very different and has enormous impact because, and we've kind of seen that with peer-reviewed journals, they've had to morph as well. I mean, a very static kind of written text doesn't necessarily have the same traction that it once did, and we've seen the evolution of how they actually reach out as well. But you've sort of been ahead of that game in terms of language that is entertaining as well as informative, which is essential, a medium that allows us to do it as part of our daily lives, so my daily commute, and those are incredibly important because you can't inform unless you can actually get participation and high compliant, to reach back to one of my sort of bugbears. So you've actually achieved that in an extraordinary way and engaged, in my view, with industry in a very positive way, because sometimes we don't understand how that can interact to everyone's benefit.
Yeah.
And I think you've achieved that incredibly well.
Oh, thank you, God. That's well said. I think that's something that's always been driving us to make sure that we do that, because there's a lot of information that can be consumed out there. And when we started, we weren't for sure, when I joined, not for sure if anybody would actually listen. But I think we've, it's been fun, and we try and keep it fun.
Slap ourselves on the back too much.
Oh, I'm just saying
people
it's
are
been
still
fun.
listening, and we're still here.
Yes.
So there we go.
Yeah.
It was all right when I left.
No pressure there. No pressure.
So, Mike, lot to live up to. But honestly, we do this for all of our listeners out there, wherever you are in the world and wherever you may be. And the fact that you've shared this with your colleagues, your friends, family sometimes, for some of the patient-facing stuff that we've done, residents, students, that means a lot to us, and we're very appreciative of that. So thank you very much. Mike, I look forward to the upcoming year and all the wonderful meetings that I know we're going to be going to over the
Really
next
looking forward to
year or
working
two.
with you. And I think we should close with our strapline that we have behind us on the...
Well, and I was,
banner here.
we were, and let me tell you, I was remembering, I had a flashback from San Francisco 5 years ago when when you came up to the podium or to our stage, and you, in this very deep voice, said,
Making the world healthier through the power of conversation.
TopMedTalk.
So one of our little secrets from one of the early...
No, do I not know this?
Yeah. So we had this wonderful artwork done, which is very, very wonderful artwork done, which was still with us. It's a very beautiful piece of artwork we often have as a backdrop. And Desiree commissioned and had printed up this.
Let me tell you. This is my job. I am a CRNA. I'm a nurse anesthetist.
So,
I do work in the OR.
So
I'm not a
we're there ready to
marketer.
go live in one of our shows. And at that stage, we were friends and family. We're carrying it all round together, and we're putting all the polls together, and we're putting it up. And it comes up and it says, making the world healthier, though the power of God. So there was an R missing. I couldn't find it last time. That's still somewhere in the archives.
I think it's in my basement because I just couldn't throw it away.
We need to stop now.
we started somewhere. Again, guys, this is what it's all about. Having a good time. Guys, again, thank you so much, Monty. Thank you for everything.
fun.
I don't want to start tearing up. That's all.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah,
So.
I know. And Guy, thank you for stepping in and being an extra voice and the words of encouragement too. So
Thank you. It's great fun.
Yeah, that's super awesome. All right. We have a big weekend ahead of us. We still probably have another 15 or so conversations. So get ready. It's on. And again, you can find the schedule up at TopMedTalk.com. It may vary a little bit. You can already tell our timings have been a little bit off, but that's okay. We're here. We're going to make sure to broadcast all of our good content. And if you miss something, no big deal. You can find it at YouTube. We'll be posting all of these videos up. And of course, true to what TopMedTalk is, our podcast will be up following this. So thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you later. Cheers.
Bye-bye now.
TopMedTalk.
Thanks for downloading TopMedTalk. Don't forget to subscribe via your podcatcher. Don't forget to check us out on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And also, don't forget, TopMedTalk is the broadcasting arm of EBPOM, Evidence-Based Perioperative Medicine. We'd love you to find out more about that. If you check out ebpom.org, you can find low prices on some of the conferences we're organising around the world. Many of them are virtual and don't even involve you leaving your own home. Check out ebpom.org now.